Welcome history and mythology enthusiasts to Chrono tales, where the past meets the unknown. Elves, those enigmatic denizens of folklore, have fascinated humanity for centuries. But behind their delicate beauty lies a darker tapestry of rebellion, power, and tragedy. From shadowy Nordic forests to the lush hills of Ireland, their stories are anything but harmonious. Let's uncover daring acts, bitter rivalries, and the ultimate consequences of their immortal ways in. Every single elven creature throughout history, high in Alfheim's shimmering heights, the light elves thrived, known as Ljósalfar, their skin glowing like sunlit dew. One midsummer night in 934 CE, a seafarer claimed they healed his shattered arm with a song. Yet their gifts often came at a price. Rejecting their blessings could summon storms that ravaged entire villages, leaving whispers of their wrath in their wake. On the other side of the coin, you'll find, in the shadows of Svartalfaheim, the Dökkalfar dwell, where sunlight dared not tread. The Svartalfar, master forgers of myths, these elusive beings were said to dwell in the stone veins of the earth. In 960 CE, it was whispered that King Harald's unbreakable sword, Gramra, was their work. Yet, even the gods feared their cunning. Loki himself once stole a necklace from them only to find it cursed. His every lie since that day carried echoes of their laughter. In the dense Germanic forests, the Erlkönig is a sinister figure in Germanic folklore, often depicted as a malevolent spirit or elf who lures children to their doom. His voice, sweet and deceptive, leads them into the forest, where they vanish, never to be seen again. Appearing as pale maidens near rivers and meadows, the Weissefrauen offered aid but demanded reverence. Once, a miller ignored their warning and drained a stream to power his mill. That night, the mill was found overturned, his crops flooded, and the maiden's laughter carried on the wind. Among Iceland's rugged cliffs, the Huldufolk wove their hidden lives, said to watch over those who respected the land, said to live in rocks, hills, and other natural formations, invisible to most humans but capable of interacting with those they choose. In the Celtic lands, the Cedar, or Seath, those ethereal beings who dwell in the mounds of the earth, their silver voices carried by the winds. They are both feared and revered, for their presence can bless a home with fortune or curse it with misfortune, depending on how one treads upon their hidden world. The Tuatha De Danann, a race of gods and goddesses, are said to possess a beauty and grace that rivals the finest of elves. Warriors and scholars alike, they ruled the land until driven beneath the earth, their bloodlines said to have mingled with those who walk in the shadows of the cedar. Let's not forget about brownies and boggarts, these small, unseen spirits who work tirelessly to help or hinder. They might tidy up or play tricks, but their favour is earned through kindness, not through neglect or greed. And in the misty hills of Wales, the Tylwyth Teg dance through the night, their ethereal beauty leaving humans entranced. These fair folk, with their delicate wings and hauntingly sweet songs, are said to appear only to those pure of heart, leaving behind either gifts or warnings in their wake. The Elfa, ancient beings of magic and mischief, once roamed the forests and meadows, their powers both wondrous and dangerous. They could heal or curse, delight or deceive, their presence often marked by the scent of flowers or the chill of a forgotten winter. Then there is Puck, or Robin Goodfellow, the embodiment of mischief himself. A trickster spirit, Puck's pranks could be harmless or dark, depending on the mood he found himself in. Always unpredictable, always entertaining. And in the misty marshlands, the will-o'-the-wisp flickers like a ghostly lantern, drawing the unwary into danger. Some say it's the spirit of an elf, lost in time, wandering forever, guiding and misleading in equal measure. It is a light that promises safety, but often leads the traveller deeper into the unknown, where only shadows remain. In the heart of Slavic mythology, the domovoi, a house spirit with elf-like traits, is the silent guardian of the home. Often invisible, this protector watches over the household, ensuring the hearth remains warm and the family stays safe, provided they respect the boundaries of the home. Disrespect him, however, and misfortune may follow, for his temper is as swift as it is unforgiving. Then, there are the Rusalki, water spirits whose ethereal beauty hides a darker, more sorrowful nature. A Rusalka is said to be the soul of a young woman who died prematurely, forever yearning for love, yet never able to find peace. In the deep whispering woods, the Leshy, a forest spirit, takes his place among the trees. Like an elf, the Leshy is a guardian of the forest, shapeshifting into various creatures to mislead those who wander too far. He can be kind to those who respect the wilderness, but to the foolhardy, he is a trickster who leads them astray, lost within his realm forever. In Finnish and Sami traditions, the Haltija are nature spirits, often considered elf-like guardians of forests, lakes, and other sacred places. They are protectors of the land, watching over the natural world with an ancient wisdom. In the rich tapestry of Eastern traditions, the Yaksha and Yakshini, from Hindu and Buddhist mythology, are nature spirits. Guardians of forests, rivers, and treasures, they possess immense power, able to both protect and punish. Their dual nature reflects the balance of the world. While they can bring prosperity, their wrath is not to be taken lightly. In the deep forests of Japan, the Kodama are tree spirits that evoke the very essence of elven magic. It is believed that to cut down a tree housing a Kodama would bring misfortune, as these spirits are fiercely protective of their homes. The Adaro of Melanesian mythology are malevolent spirit beings, often depicted with fish-like features, yet their nature bears resemblance to elf-like creatures in their mystical and elusive qualities. They are known to cause misfortune or illness to humans, often lurking in water and preying upon those who venture too near, embodying the unpredictable and dangerous forces of nature. In Japanese folklore, the Nopperabo are faceless spirits that wander the earth, sometimes blending with the supernatural world of elves and other beings. Though their appearance is unsettling, humanoid figures with smooth, featureless faces, they possess an eerie charm, often causing a deep sense of unease and wonder. In the vast and varied folklore of Europe, the Heinzelmännchen of German folklore are small, helpful house elves, known for their kindness and work ethic. These invisible beings would perform household chores during the night, leaving no trace of their labour. In return, the people of Cologne treated them with respect. But when one curious woman tried to spy on them, the Heinzelmännchen vanished forever, leaving the city with a deep sense of loss. Deep within the mines of Wales, the Coblinau are spirits that guard the earth's precious treasures. Resembling small elves or dwarves, they are known to appear to miners, either as benevolent guides or mischievous troublemakers. Across Europe, the Fae or fairies are often intertwined with elves in myth. These magical beings, beautiful and elusive, live on the edge of human understanding, slipping between the worlds of mortals and immortals. Their realm, hidden in the forests, hills and meadows, is one of enchantment, mischief and wonder. The Jinn, or Jinni in Islamic mythology, are powerful, otherworldly beings made of smokeless fire. They inhabit hidden realms, often crossing into the human world to grant wishes or wreak havoc. Like elves, Jinn possess magical abilities and are creatures of both mischief and great power. In Persian folklore, Peris are enchanting, magical beings often depicted as beautiful women with otherworldly powers. Similar to elves, they dwell in the mountains or the sky, offering both aid and mischief to humankind. While their appearances are ethereal and their actions can be benevolent, their anger is a force to be feared. In Native American traditions, the Little People, a term used across several tribes, are small, elusive spirits, often seen as guardians of nature. Known for their playful behavior, they sometimes help or hinder humans depending on how they are treated. In Cree folklore, the Managishi are trickster figures who live in the waters. These mischievous creatures, described as small with large eyes and long arms, love to play pranks on those who venture too close to their domain. In modern pop culture, elves have evolved and multiplied in ways that captivate and intrigue audiences across the world. Tolkien's elves stand as the most influential portrayal in modern fantasy. Crafted with elegance, wisdom, and an ethereal beauty, they are immortal beings, deeply intertwined with nature and magic. Tolkien's elves, such as Legolas and Galadriel, reflect both grace and combat prowess, setting the standard for the portrayal of elves in contemporary fantasy literature and film. Santa's elves, in contrast, take a playful and helpful role in the Western tradition. These small, jolly beings work tirelessly in the North Pole, creating toys and spreading holiday cheer. In Dungeons and Dragons, elves are categorized into diverse subtypes, such as High Elves, Dark Elves, Drow, and Wood Elves. Each has distinct traits, from the wisdom of the High Elves to the dark, mysterious nature of the Drow. The game's elves reflect a broad spectrum of characteristics, including their alignment, magical abilities, and physical traits, showcasing their flexibility in modern fantasy worlds. And there you have it, a comprehensive list of elven beings throughout history. Thank you for joining me for this journey through history and mythology. If you made it this far and enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your favourite movie or book on this topic? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to join the growing community of history and mythology seekers of Chrono Tales. Thank you for watching.